Hello, what's up? It's Silly City and you're watching HWY Behind the Records episode number 32. So last week we created and structured a song on the analog rhythm and on the MPC and also played it together with the mixer. And this week I'm gonna show you how you can export this song now into Ableton and be able to fine tune it there. And especially I'm gonna use this feature and this function to create the unfinished beats volume 3 and just to be able to fine tune and control some things a little more, especially the sidechain compression, because I have a workflow on Ableton that works and I don't know how to do it on the live devices yet. As always, there are different ways on how to do things. I'm just gonna show you how I do the things, and we're gonna start with the MPC, how I'm gonna export all the tracks there to be able to use them on the MacBook and on Ableton later. So here we are in the track of last week's episode again, and then I can just press here menu and then I can go save and then do all tracks, and then it exports all track. And when I press export, I can select the folder that I want to save the samples or the sounds in. Here I already have created the folder for this project. Then I can just go here and press save. So one thing that is important when you export the whole audio is that you have the part here this exported track. So again, when you go into song, you can press here convert to sequence, and then it's its own sequence. Otherwise you just export the audio of one sequence. And now we just have the audio. And another thing I can do now, here I have plugin 1 from this whole track. I can again go to save and then save the track as MIDI pattern, and then I can export the MIDI, so I also have this to work with and can just exchange the instruments or the sounds later in post-production. So here I can just basically go to the same folder, it's already there, and then I can just save, and then I can just do this for every one of those. And then the last one, again save, track as MIDI pattern, export, and then in here. And then basically I have all the stuff I need from the MPC to later fine tune and polish everything into a more or less track, or at least a track for the unfinished beats volume 3. Okay, that's how we exported the tracks on the USB. Now for recording the analog rhythm, I have a different approach. On the analog rhythm, you have different outputs. Here, those two are for the kick and the snare. One output is the kick, the other one is the snare, and then you basically have that for all the other sounds, and I route them out here. There are 4 outputs, and here I have 4 inputs on the mixer, and basically then one sound is basically on this channel, then the other sound is on the other side of this channel, so we have one on the left, one on the right, and then here are the different sounds just across the different channels. And in Ableton I have a template, so here I have the analog rhythm recordings, or just a setup to record it in, and then I have here the different channels, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, so each channel picks up one sound. And if you don't see this here, you have to make sure that the input is the DJM, the mixer, and then that you have all the mono inputs available, so you can select them. And basically, that's all the pre-setup you need. Then you can select them all, make sure that you record it in here, and then you can press record and play here, and then basically it records everything in here. Alright, so I already recorded this in once, but when I recorded this, the SD card got cooked, so all the content was gone. So I already have the file here with everything recorded, and what I also already did is drag and drop in the plugins. So here I have the samples that I saved, and basically what I did was just take this track here, drag, then drop in here, and then also the same with the MIDI to have the same things there. And the thing here is that sometimes it's not aligned, so it should always be the same length as the recording from the analog rhythm, because it's the same structure. And if you don't have that here you can see it's not 140 BPMs. So one way to do it is to press here 140 BPMs, then go to start and then press warp 140 BPMs from here, and now basically it is aligned. And this can sometimes happen also in a different way. So this one here was clean, and I think it was this one. Yeah, this one here was a little bit short, and here you see it's almost half. So again, I can do the same, do 140 BPMs, warp from here. So when you do that with every plugin, you basically have the whole track. Here just one minor thing, plugin 1, sometimes when I export all the tracks on the MPC live, I think the first track is not exported properly, or the audio is not exported properly. So I have to re-export that at a later point. But this is just to show you, like, yeah, this is the basic approach. And then I can also like just yeah, switch up things. Yeah, do some post-production with like the EQ, like the reverb, side chaining and all that stuff, because I kind of know how to do that in Ableton. But yeah, this is not the focus of this arc. This arc is more about how to do a live set, and this is just a nice side thing because I always wanted to like be able to have like an output in form of a song or something like that if I also do like live sets. And yeah, this is just how I do it. And yeah, let's wrap this up in the TLDR. TLDR, so yeah, basically in this first half of the Road to Live set, we created some basic patterns and kits, sampled some sounds to have like, yeah, unique sounds we can use for our live set. In the last episode and also in this episode, we covered how we like can structure songs on the devices, and also like how to export it into Ableton to be able like to have like a track or something out of this jamming. And yeah, then the next half of this arc is gonna focus more on the live performance aspect. We're gonna look into some more features of the analog rhythm and the MPC. And yeah, then I think after that we should be ready to like more or less perform a live set. Until then, make sure to check out the tracks of the unofficial summer mixtape Volume 2. A new track drops every Saturday. Stay healthy, have a nice week, yeah, enjoy the summer, and see you next week. Bye!